say there's strength in numbers. Well, misery loves company. That's what I say. As I walked out into the warm, gray day, the old lady smiled at me with an evil sneer. She said, "Where's my bagel?" I couldn't answer. Dad crushed some stale old bread, made it into breadcrumbs, and rubbed some fried chicken on it. Or the other way around, I can't remember. Of course, it had the stale taste of death on it. As does this, but I poured some Parmesan cheese on it and some curry, and it seemed to take a whole new flavor all on its own. If I had told her that I dreamed about Grandma last night, coming into my room and saying hello, hello, she'd go off into a tirade of the spirits visiting us and light some candles or sacrifice a chicken or something. Made an enchantment with paper lanterns. I was doing my best Carl Malden and boyish behavior. One-way love affair. You still cry for the one who left you standing in the rain by the cemetery gates. One-way love affair. I stole a kiss, but you didn't feel my pain. If only you could see I'm not really that shy, or quite the wash-up has been. One night, over the hills and under the trees, you held my hand so close and told me your dreams. But it was no, not I, who swept you off your feet. One-way love affair, you cry for. You still cry for the one who left you in the rain by those cemetery gates. Well, I never really tasted the last drop. She asked me to meet her by the tree stump next to the old house on the hill. She wasn't there again. I thought maybe I should sit and wonder what Squirrel was doing, acting all squirrely. was around then, and I soon discovered that I'd never danced with another girl till Jesus built my hot rod. So I set forth on another moonless night, with the moon in half sliver, they fiends of hell dancing in my heels. The pendulum shifts as undead perplexed in perpetuity. The undead shift. Progenies in their perpetuity. The retina dilates in their progeny. It was spring 2013. I was visited by the spirit of Ganesh this morning around 5 a.m. Thoughts the last couple of months thick and heavy on my brain. The place that had to make out a living when the blaze after 20 years. Vinny beamed that out of the pen and thoughts of Paris. They say hindsight is 20/20. This remains to be true. Hopefully not just for me, but for the naysayers and critics. A brave girl once told me to do something for me, so here you have it. The whores would line up at the Burger Shack in front of San Francisco's East Side. I can't escape the feeling that that's where every good gigolo goes to die. And I'd be forced into making a porn one day soon. In my vision, Ganesh was crouched in a prayer, his white tusks and bony skin deep gray. I take it to mean a future which is unknown to me, to turn the past on. Odds against me, roll the dice, you know I'm not a gambler. I found a pair of $50 sneakers, little did I know that they were cleats. The good thing is no one will be able to give a fake imprint of my shoe in a murder. God tried to show me his gun. I didn't put my fingerprints on it. It stank of setup. He could commit a crime with my prints on the gun and I'd do his time. I don't think so. Sorry, bud. Hang a fix, frame a picture, not a guy. Break a leg, they said. Then a Taurus ran me over, fucking up my right leg. It's not bad enough that they had given up on life but by buying a Ford Taurus, but they had to run over an artist on top of it. In retrospect, I should have taken back the cleats, but it's funny. I can give a guy a quick kick in the rear if he'll remember it, or kick a serious asshole in the face for ganging up on me. The kink in the back of my neck's gotten worse since the accident. It makes me feel quite frail, maybe due to an delirium psychosis. It's an ambiguous game of who's tougher, more man, and tough on tough. Ken and Barbie go around the world, plugged in every hole. What clothes you gonna wear? When you fake your death, your funeral? That's $2,500 a casket. That's what you're worth. The wood you're going to rot in as the maggots gnarl inside you. You Frankenfurter you. Chop up and scrutinize, diseased, impotent worm. Man's inherent need to cannibalize and destroy each other. Will it reach the stars and planetary constellations? There is no war in space, just capitalism. The bourgeois is planning to defeat, to build condos and space station so that they can drink cafe au lait and have a Danish on Mars and make it with an alien hooker and a lactating Venus electric. A Botticelli in a garbage pit, sewer pissing vanilla for vanilla masturbating into a melancholy romance made to unearth the undead of the Sepulchres and Herod, paying strict attention to footnote, the philosophy of home. God gas, will travel. Welcome to Purgatory. I'm an Ophiuchus, one of the hurricane. Born of Memphis was his guide. There's the highway. The meaning of Ophiuchus takes place within the half-moon sliver on the new dawn. Vedic also shows the Vedic also follows the signs of a ficus and accepts them wholeheartedly, and unlike the vizier, the oracle, sometimes depicted as an it, he, she with an overbearing mother figure in Fellini movies, will do a dance on your grave. Is it war between spiritual and the human? Being in a cheap hotel for 4-hour honeymooners on the south side of Montreal with a heart-shaped bed and cheap wine to feed and keep the bacchanalian spirit happy to appease the gods of Saturnus. Fear is of riders, they'll end up like Aesop, sworn into slavery and drudgery in the now, but red ends continue. My vindication vending pieces of my fingers in the food to give the cannibals a good taste and the shakes. Pure liberalism is social equality, but we live in a capitalist haven of cutthroats and brigands and corsairs. Verophilia, show us your bosom. The masses cry, spread in the name of oblivion, lead us into temptation, for my name was the word spoken by and to the serpent. Meanwhile, a girl in black turtleneck is the rage. Tomorrow's a drag, man. King-size bust. Role-playing, Night of the Hunter. The dead aqua-lung body at the bottom of the lake. Good, evil parameters of folklore for an uncivilized world based on Gaia and Nun, Sumerian lore to the cattle. Keep them herded and yield good crop. Ritalin babies become antisocial misers. They want to be the wiser with the collegiate flunky attitude that displaying your art is prostituting your work. That is, of course, until there is displayed, filtered, pilfered, and regurgitated in the five senses of your hematosis is undefined.
Come on, Spider. You didn't get a kick from all that bass?
Let's blow this popsicle stand before I blow a gasket.
Funny story I heard. There's this guy that tattoos himself the names of deities onto his own body with a ballpoint pen. Says it brings him closer to it.
Ballpoint. This guy just reached for the pen. I think he was closer to it than Kerouac ever was. Kerouac he had the husky tomatoes, but he chose. Where are you going?
Nowhere. Somewhere. There's nothing to say.
You're not gonna be one of those guys that run down the street yelling and getting in the car. That's what it's all about, anyways.
All I believe is in honesty and respect. I'm all about truth. And right now, you're not giving me any.
You're a crazy wingman, girl.
So mechanical.
Are you with me?
This is a bigger church utopia, in my mind. What's this to you?
Because I was kidding.
There's truth in all jokes, then. You got it all under control. Under control. Kid, look around you. People are dead inside. The zombies rule the earth, and they're feeding on each other like Cracker Jacks.
That's the real, the now.
You think you can make it all go away just like that? It's all a game, Spider. It's all under control.
Under control?